Okay, it's me again, family. Sister Deborah, y'all with Black Education TV. Well, I wanted to talk about the rise of the Hebrew Israelite. More and more, that term is becoming familiar to so many, not just our people, but people of other races and cultures as well. And 9 times out of 10, when you hear the term Hebrew Israelite, something negative comes to mind, something horrible, because I believe that there are agents of the enemy that have made sure that Hebrew Israelite is associated with something wicked and bad, big bad black people. Okay, now from both sides there is an effort to demonize Hebrew Israelite. Okay, there my babies are again. I think they want us to fill up their tray. We filled it earlier and they must have devoured all of it, so now they're asking for more. So I'm going to go ask the children to come and bring you little fuss buckets some more food. Because that's why you're coming up to mommy, because you think I have food. I wish I could hug all 3 of you. I love you, I love you, I love you. But I'm talking right now. I'm talking about Hebrew Israelites. Y'all know about them? You do? What do you know about them? Okay, mommy's going to go in another direction because you all are noisy. You're noisy. And you're right here. You're right here. You're right here. Yes, I know, babies. I love you too. But anyway, back to the Hebrew Israelites. Most of the time you hear about Hebrew Israelites is negative because there have been people on both sides. When I say both sides, I'm talking about Israelites themselves and Gentiles who have made sure that the term Hebrew Israelite is associated with something being bad. Okay. And one of our projects, I'm not going to really get into it at this time, but one of our projects involves that very thing. Okay, I'm not going to say too much more beyond that because we don't want you all to get too anxious and be asking us, when is that coming out? We're working on so many different things that we have to do it as it comes, but I definitely think it's time for clarification to be brought to what a Hebrew Israelite is. Okay, even the term Hebrew Israelite is not the proper term, but for the sake of this video, that's what we're going to use. Okay, but anyway, the rise of the Hebrew Israelite is spoken of in Scripture. Okay, it's basically the awakening, but the enemy is using agents, whether knowingly or unknowingly. These agents are being used to sabotage the awakening, thus making the term Hebrew Israelite a wicked term associated with something evil, black supremacist or black terrorist, in which we know that's not the truth. What they've labeled as terrorist, we haven't seen any of the sort coming out of any black Hebrew Israelite group, although they try to make links here and there. The spin doctors try to do their little thing to make you think that one group is so horrible when you have people from their own group just committing so many heinous crimes that you can't even begin to number them. Okay. But anyway, as this awakening happens, you have people who will do searches for Hebrew Israelite, and they want to basically prove that this is a wicked bunch of people who don't know who they are and are stealing the heritage of another group of people. So many people have begun to accept that particular narrative, including our own people, because if we're being honest, the majority of those faces that you see representing what a Hebrew Israelite is are a bunch of brute beasts, men on street corners cussing and belittling black women and hating black people in general, going after heathen women, all kinds of things, talking about who they're going to kill and who they're going to dice up and all of this other stuff. foolishness, right? And then you see a bunch of people who have doctrines that are all over the place. Some believe in the Messiah, some don't. Some believe in the New Testament, some don't. Some believe in the Apocrypha, some don't. Some believe his name is Yahweh, some say Yahusha, some say Ahiah, some say Yahuwah. I mean, all of these different variations of things, you know. Some are pushing and just promoting polygamy. Some are coming against it. I mean, we are all over the place as people. And so when you think Hebrew Israelite, you think of chaos. You don't think of anything that even resembles an awakening. But see, this was the enemy's plan, family. This was his plan. Because you have a people that lack knowledge. The scripture says Israel has a zeal, but it's not according to knowledge. And our zeal has caused our awakening to look tarnished, to make the awakening to appear to be a rise of a wicked terrorist group, although there have been no terror committed. You see, they are trying to pinpoint things and do this, do that, but we know what terror looks like. Terror looks like someone who takes down the Twin Towers and blames innocent people for doing it. Terror looks like someone who goes around the world from continent to continent, killing, stealing, and destroying, and say they did it for their own good. We killed these people for their own good because their own leader was killing them. Okay. I'm not trying to go off into all of that, but I'm trying to make a point about the rise of the Hebrew Israelite. What we have done as a people, we have made our own awakening look like a bunch of foolishness and nonsense, to the point where some of our people are afraid to awaken. They want to stay asleep. They said, if this is what we are, then I don't want it. I've heard people actually say that if this is what it means to be a Hebrew Israelite, just based on looking at and dealing with some of the foolishness among our people, some of these self-appointed leaders, when they see this kind of stuff, when they see all the bickering back and forth, the name calling, the fighting, the chaos, the lack of cohesion, when they see all of this stuff, they say, look, I'd rather be a Christian than to be this mess. Christianity ain't no better, but our people are looking for something that's calm and easy to deal with, right? And so they don't want to go and they don't want to come into chaos. I thank y'all for those who have been able to awaken despite the foolishness that they've seen and witnessed. I'm glad of that. But I must say, though, that it's really, truly sad that so many people are not awakening. So many people are afraid to even venture in this direction because of what Hebrew Israelite has come to mean. You have white people who if they think or believe you're a Hebrew Israelite, they automatically assume that you're a part of the group of people who have this black superiority thing going on, when that is not what it's all about. And then you have those who believe that you're associated with those who worship and serve a man by the name of Yahweh ben Yahweh, when he ain't got nothing to do with being a Hebrew Israelite. He was a man who considered himself to be Yah, and he ended up dying, you know. And we know that our Elohim is not dead, so I don't know what bag he was coming out of, but he has a lot of followers. And so people associate you with that. They associate you with all this other foolishness, people calling themselves the Comforter. Look at them. They found me on this side. They were over there on that side of the water. They done found me over here. Okay, I got to go get these birds some food. They are hungry. Their tray was full earlier. But they're like, look, Mommy, we need some more. That's gone. We need some more. Fill us up. Fill up our cup so it can overflow. Okay. Here, come here. Come here. I don't want you to bite Mommy's hand. Come here. Come here. Okay, I'll go get you some food. I'll go get you some food. Or have one of your caretakers bring you some food. But anyway, this Hebrew Israelite thing, I'm going to go ahead and head back. It's starting to get a little dark, and I don't want the children over here too late. They love to feed the ducks. It's one of their favorite things to do. So they can come over here by the water, feed their little friends. Look at them. But yeah, it's unfortunate that who we are as a people has been tarnished so badly by people who, and in my opinion, a lot of these so-called Hebrew Israelites don't even love the Most High. This is just a game they're playing. They found out who they are, and it has nothing to do with, oh, I love the Most High. It's more to do with them playing dress up and, you know, having a certain image and all of this stuff. And I just really believe that they are hindering things badly. And so I just pray that the Most High will, you know, I'm sure he will, because prophecy shows he will, but he's going to make this thing better. This image that we have as to the Hebrew Israelites that are waking up to who we are is all about us awakening. The scripture actually says that in the land of our captivity, we would remember ourselves and begin to praise Yah in the land of our captivity. And so that's what it's supposed to be about, not all this other foolishness that we've began to hear and see and witness with our own eyes. It's not about those things. Well, anyway, family, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. But this rise of the Hebrew Israelite and this movement that we see happening, there's two sides to it. It's not just the wicked side of what you see when you Google Hebrew Israelite and you see all this other foolishness. There's a softer side to it. There's a side where you have people who are researching truth and who are embracing their heritage and loving their father, Abba Yah. People who are worshiping and praising and magnifying, teaching, glorifying. I mean, I'm telling you, there's two sides to this thing. So don't let that negative side that you see with all this monstrosity, all of this monstrous wickedness that you see being passed off as our heritage. That's not our heritage. That is not who we are. Don't let this rise, this awakening, bring discouragement to you when you see the wickedness that is coming forth. So many have turned the grace of Yah into lasciviousness, trying to get all these women and stuff. They've made it more about that than anything else. But don't let that define who you are. That's not who we are, family. These people have defined who they are. That's who they are. They are just wicked Hebrew Israelites. But there are righteous Hebrew Israelites. Guess what? It's always been that way. Think about the Ahabs of the world. Ahab went off and got his strange woman Jezebel. We've always had wicked Hebrew Israelites, you see. So don't let all of this stuff you see chase you away from who you are. Okay, family, I'm going to go ahead and head back so I can get some food for those quackies over there. They still looking like, Mommy, you said you was going to get some food. Now put that camera down and go send me some food over here. Okay, Mommy's about to do that. I love you, family. Shalom, shalom.